Hey everybody, how's it going? I am Sethum, and in this video I'm going to be showing you folks how to remove leeches off of yourself as well as off of your mount and creatures, as well as how to cure the swamp fever that the diseased leeches carry. So if you folks enjoy this episode and find the information in this video useful, please do not forget to support me in the channel by hitting that like button, subscribe to the channel for more similar content from myself, and if you have just subscribed, why not check out some of my other videos here on this channel? Who knows, you might just enjoy them. Also, remember to hit that bell icon so that you get notified when I upload new content. And for those interested in hanging out with me, you can always find me on the Sethtopia Discord. Links to this can be found down below in the video's description as well as in a pinned comment. So with the information out of the way, with the intro out of the way, let's have a look at the leeches. Now I've got a container here in which I have spawned some leeches, which do spawn naturally in the swamps. They're hard to see, and oftentimes you will end up picking up leeches. So let's find a leech and have a quick look at it. It's a bit... there we go. As you can see, that is a diseased leech. It's kind of brownish reddish, and the normal leeches tend to be a dark with a green color on the sides. That's how you can tell them apart. Leeches will attach to you whilst you are in the swamp, and if they do get into melee range, they will attach to you or to your mount, and they will reduce the regeneration of your stamina and slowly decrease your health. So I'm going to try and get some of these leeches to attach to me. Hopefully I can get one of these diseased leeches. And the diseased leeches also carry swamp fever, so once they attach to you, you will be infected with swamp fever. Okay, let's see if we can get one of these. There we go. There's a leech that has attached to me. Now you can have multiple leeches attaching to you, so do be careful of that. They are not hard to kill, and when you do kill them, as you will see later in this video, you will get leech blood, black pearls, silica pearls, meat, and other bits and pieces. Now, as you can see in the bottom corner of my screen, I have several new icons. One is a skull and crossbones, and the other one symbolizes a leech to tell me that I've got a leech that has attached to me. Now, for some reason, these other leeches do not want to attach to me. It's probably because I have them trapped into this enclosure. That might be a thing. Anyways, the skull and crossbones tells me that I have now got swamp fever, and obviously the second icon tells me that I have a leech attached to me. There is a simple way of getting the leeches off, and you can use a campfire or a cooking pot, and I'll show you how to get them off you. First of all, let's see what's going on here. As you can see, my stamina does not regenerate once used, and obviously my health is slowly depleting. Okay, so to get them off, you need, as I said before, either a campfire or a cooking pot. Campfire is easier to make. Once you have a campfire, put some fuel in it, such as thatch or woods, and basically just walk on top of the fire. You will take some damage from this, and obviously you need to be careful, but once you are on top of fire, you will have had the leeches removed. So I think it'll help if I don't fly off. So let's try this. There we go. So that has sorted out the problem. Leech has been removed. Now the next thing I'm going to be showing you folks is how to remove a leech off of a mount or a tamed creature. Also notice that although I have removed the infected leech, the diseased leech as it is called, I still have the swamp fever. I will show you how to make the antidote for this later on. First things first, let's get some leeches on my wyvern. Now, if you do have a tall mount that you are riding, the leeches will only attach to that mount and not to you, so it does pay to go into the swamp with tall creatures. For some reason, the rest of the leeches do not want to attach to my wyvern, which is alright, it's not a problem. I will show you what it looks like when you do have multiple leeches attached to you. The icons just multiply. So let's kill these guys and see what you can get. As you can see, you also get oil meat, some chitin, sometimes you get black pearls, and sometimes you get some silica pearls. Also, you get leech blood. As you can see, there is a bit of a bug with the leeches. I do have a leech on me apparently, despite the fact that there isn't one, and that's probably because my wyvern has a leech on it. Now, if I leave the leech on it, it will slowly kill my wyvern. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to remove the leech. You will notice that the leech is on your wyvern because the leech icon appears in the upper right corner when you are mounted. To remove it, just press and hold the action key for your mount, and then at the top you will have the option to remove leech, as you saw just there a couple of minutes ago. Obviously my wyvern has taken a bit of health damage, not too much, not too bad. So as you can see at the top of the wheel, I have hold to remove leech. Once you've done that, your wyvern will be okay, and then you can carry on doing your own thing. It is important to remove the leeches as quick as possible because they will decrease your mount's stats as well as health, as they do suck blood. So with this out of the way, let's get on to curing the swamp fever. For this you will need to craft Lesser Antidote, which requires 10 rare flowers, 10 rare mushrooms, 3 leech blood or horns. Obviously horns are from the rhymes, I believe, and 1 narcotic. Once crafted, the Lesser Antidote does have a spoil timer, and that cannot be extended by placing it in a refrigerator. Well, as a matter of fact, you cannot place it in a refrigerator, and if you place it in a preserving bin, it will not extend the spoil timer for the Lesser Antidote. With all that out of the way, I am nearly at my base, and I'm going to show you how to craft the Lesser Antidote. So I'm going to quickly make my way into my base. I'm going to get all the materials needed together. So as I said before, we will need some leech blood, we will need some narcotics, some rare flowers, and some mushrooms in order to craft several antidotes. Now obviously I do recommend only crafting one, but I do want to craft several more just to show you how you can or cannot store the Lesser Antidote. Obviously you will have to learn the engram, which can be learned at level 18. There you can see the requirement to craft 1 Lesser Antidote. You can craft it in the mortar and pestle, and you can also craft it in the chemistry bench. So I'll craft maybe 1 or 2 in the mortar and pestle, and then use the rest of the materials to craft it in the chemistry bench. Obviously the chemistry bench will craft things a lot faster. So let's make some Lesser Antidotes. As you can see, it does take some time to craft in the mortar and pestle. I'm going to drop the rest of the materials here in the chemistry bench, and we will craft as many of these antidotes as we can. Obviously we need leech blood, and before you are able to craft anything in the chemistry bench, you will need to turn it on. As I said before, I will craft multiple of these just to show you the fact that you cannot store them, and so therefore I only recommend crafting 1 of these. Now I've got a Lesser Antidote. I'm going to place it in my inventory and then use it. And with that said and done, the swamp fever has been cured, and I also now have immunity to lesser illnesses, which is shown by the vial icon in my lower right corner. As you can see, it has a timer which is counting down. For that duration of that time, I am immune to lesser diseases. Now that I've got the Lesser Antidotes crafted to start off the chemistry bench, I'll grab this one out of here as well. And once you have finished crafting the Lesser Antidote, don't forget to store your flowers, mushrooms, and everything else that spoils in either a refrigerator or a preserving bin to prolong the life of that item, as you may need it at a later time. The leech blood does not store in the refrigerator. You can place it, however, in the preserving bin, but it does not extend the time on the leech blood. So as you can see below me, I have spawned several leeches. I'm going to show you a couple of things as well. So the very first thing I want to show you with these leeches is that you can actually have multiple leeches attached to you. So I'm going to fly out of range and hopefully lose aggro on these guys. And in the next section, I will also show you how to successfully avoid the leeches if you are on foot. Although I do not recommend it, as they do live in very, very dangerous areas. So being on foot is probably not the best solution. So I have applied some bug repellent. I'm going to go and find me some leeches if I can. There we go. As you can see, it's right there. I was right on top of it and it did not aggro. I had to actually hit it for the leech to aggro and attach to me. I do have 2 leeches on me, and now I have 3 leeches on me, and as you can see, there are 3 leech icons. Again, as before, to get rid of them, just jump on top of a fire. So that can be a campfire or a cooking pot, and the damage from the fire, be careful though, as you do not want to wait too long before doing this, as your health will have been significantly reduced. Also, you are, remember, in a swamp which has quite a lot of dangerous creatures. So I'm going to spawn some more leeches. As you can see, I am right next to them. They are not doing absolutely anything, so I'm actually on top of them. I cannot aggro them by just touching them. I will have to hit them or hurt them to get them to aggro on me, as you can see. Oh, let's get the other ones. And they are quite hard to spot, but do not panic, because you can remove them. As you can see, there's quite a few leeches on me. Once again, I will just make my way to the campfire, jump on top of it, and remove the leeches that way. So that is how you remove multiple leeches off of yourself. So I'm back at my base just to show you folks that you cannot store the Lesser Antidote by placing it in a refrigerator. I have placed the bug repellent, so as you can see I can't put that, but I cannot place the Lesser Antidote, and the same goes for the leech blood. The leech blood of course can also be used for fishing, so why not, because you do get some really good things out of it. I'm just going to quickly craft some spark powder. As a matter of fact, I think I have spark powder to turn on my preserving bin. There should be some here, so there we go. We'll get some spark powder, we'll get the preserving bin up and running, and I'll show you that although you can place it in there, it does not affect the spoil timer for the Lesser Antidote as well as for the leech blood. So as you can see, this is the current spoil timer when it is in the preserving bin. I'll place it back in my inventory and the time has not really changed. So as I said before, there is no point in crafting multiple Lesser Antidotes. Same thing applies to the leech blood. As you can see here, I'm going to place that one there as well, and that one, nothing has changed. Okay, so that is it for this episode, folks. I do hope that you have enjoyed it and found the information in it useful. If you have, please do not forget to support me and the channel by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new for more similar content. And if you have just subscribed, why not check out some of my other videos here on the channel? Who knows, you might just enjoy them. If you have just subscribed, also remember to hit that bell icon so that you get notified when I upload new content. And for those interested in hanging out with me, you can always find me on the Sethtopia Discord. Links to this can be found down below in the video's description, as well as in a pinned comment. Until next time, stay safe, folks.